All right, so before we start this job, I just want to mention that the refrigerant that's going to be in this condenser located behind there, obviously you do not want to vent that to atmosphere. You need to go to a professional and have the AC system drained and emptied. That way all the refrigerant and oil is taken out of it. Everything will be safe. It is under extreme pressure, so make sure that you have it professionally emptied. You can contact your local shop and they will most likely be able to do it for you. Ours is completely drained by a professional, so we can get started on the repair. On both sides of the bumper, right above the headlights, you'll see the 7mm bolt right here that has to be removed. Do this to both sides. Then switch to a 10mm and remove these 4 bolts here. That frees up this top piece here. Let's take off this retainer for the air intake. For me, someone used a nut and a bolt here to clamp it all down. For you, it might be different. On each side of the bumper, right here where it meets the fender, if you pull the fender liner back, that exposes a 10mm bolt. Let's take that out. And then if you just follow it down here, there should be a couple push clips. Take out whatever is holding your fender liner to the bumper cover. All right, this part is free. Do the same to both sides. On the underside of the bumper, you'll see some 7mm screws as well as a push clip right there, but basically just follow it along and take all of them off. I took all of them off under here, so the bumper is free from this splash shield as well as both side shields. If you have fog lights, you'd go ahead and disconnect them now. My vehicle doesn't, so I'm just going to take the bumper cover, pull it out on the side here. Just like that, it's clipped in. Pull it up over the hood latch at the front. Do the same to the other side. Now grab it, pull it away from the vehicle. Next to each headlight, you'll see this little plate bracket looking thing here. And I want to take this out just to make some more space. 10mm bolts right underneath, 2 of them. Take that out. Do the same to this side. Next, let's take off this air intake duct here. Pop the push clip up to unlock it. And then this wiring should actually be attached to it, but mine's not. That's fine. Pull it out of that retainer there, push it down, and then push it backwards to get it out of the way. And I'm just going to leave it right there. Well, actually, I'll just remove it since it wants to come out. That way, this gives us access over here. Then if you look on either side, you'll notice a push clip right here. I want to remove that. Mine broke. I'll get a new one after. And you can take this, slide it up and out. Let's do the same to the other side. And now right here on the passenger side, you'll see this connection here with the 2 lines. This is a 13mm bolt here. Disconnect it. Take this out. Pull the lines out. And now if you look right above, you'll see a 10mm bolt. Remove it. Then go over to the passenger side. You'll see another 10mm bolt right here. Remove this one as well. AC condenser will drop down, and you can either pull it up or pull it down and remove it. Grab your new AC condenser, slide it up. Make sure you don't damage your fins when you slide it. And line it up the best you can with the bolt holes. It's pretty much right there. So let's get the bolts. I'm going to start with the passenger side one. Move over to the driver's side. All right, that's in position. While I'm at it, I'm going to put these lines in as well. Snug this up. Make sure that's nice and tight. And snug up the mounting bolts. Now let's put these shields back. Slide them down. They have to twist a little bit in order to fit. Might come undone, that's okay. Make sure everything is lined up. Now we can put in all the push clips that were holding these in. So there was one over here, underneath. There was one on each side holding this shield to this shield. Let's put on these two brackets, one on each side. They're labeled left and right. The driver's side is the left side and the passenger side is the right side if you don't know. Two 10mm bolts, snug them up. And do the same to both sides, of course. I'm going to get this piece back on here. Okay, there we go. This wiring harness was attached to it and then had a push clip underneath here, which I guess I can't see because I put the bracket on. Go ahead and reattach that. Now it's time to put the bumper cover on, and I'm going to slide it up from underneath. That way it grabs all the shields and pulls them up with it. Okay. Line it up. Make sure it goes under the headlights, of course. Over the hood latch here. Line it up on the sides. I'm going to put these top 4 bolts in. That way it's secured. I won't tighten them, but I'll just run them down. Once I clip it all into place, I'll come back and snug them. Press the sides in. So now I know that it's positioned where it needs to be. Snug these up. Right on the headlight brackets here, there were 7mm screws. Let's reinstall these. One on each side. Let's get the side mounting bolts back in. And I had 2 push clips on this side, one up here, and one down here. There should be 3, I only had 2. Do the same to the other side. 3 7mm screws going on this shield here. Now you want to just follow it along and put back all the screws that were holding all of your shields in place. Resecure this over here. Again, I had my nut and bolt. Whatever you have securing yours, go ahead and put that on. Snug it up. Now that we're done, you can go get your AC system recharged by a professional. The right amount of refrigerant is put in here as well as oil. You want this to function properly, and then take it for a road test.